Alright, boys. Let's do this. Let's get yeet time. Hold up. Alright. I should clarify right now, I've played this game before, so you're not going to see any wild reactions. Maybe rage, but nothing to the story, really. I will be reading all the text in the game, like all the item descriptions. I won't be skipping cutscenes, just that way I can keep the viewer experience intact. But for those who might be watching on YouTube, I streamed this on Twitch. You can find my Twitch channel in the description below. But just let you know, this was originally streamed on Twitch. This is not a recording. So, with that out of the way, let's play Bloodborne.
Oh, yeah. Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
Alright. Oh, my YouTubers will get this joke. Skinny girl dumb. There it is. It's canon. Skinny girl dumb. It's canon. See, look very slim. Skinny girl dumb. We're good. Bloodborne time.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
You found yourself a hunter.
Woke up on this table. Woo. Okay. Hunter's Mark. Dangling upside down rune etched into one's mind. Symbol of a hunter. By focusing one's thoughts on this rune, a hunter loses all blood echoes, but awakens afresh, as if it were all just a bad dream. Hood worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Perhaps its wearer had to stay out of sight and travel by cover of darkness. Without memory, who will ever know? Clothing worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Not typical clothing for Yharnam. Perhaps it is of foreign origin. It is said, after all, the traveler came to Yharnam from afar. Bandage worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beasts. Terribly worn and unsanitary. A faint memory recalls blood ministration involving the transfusion of unknown blood. Not long after the nightmare began. And this is the same as this, with a few word changes. Handwritten scrawl. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. I'm not gonna be a hero. I'm just gonna run past this guy. Most people I watch kill him, but no. He usually never comes out this far. Holy crap. I won't question it.
Away! Away!
That works. That works very well. Wait, hold up. My hand is in the gun, position. Like, there's no gun, but it looks like I'm holding the trigger. Alright, I'm just gonna lure you away. I didn't want to jump. Get me away. Hunter's dream. How rude. Just gotta love how I woke up face down. Alright, I'm gonna take this chance to explain how I'm gonna go through this playthrough. I might do one to two bosses per video. No more than two though, because this game can get pretty long. Like, Even without the bosses, this game can get pretty long. So, I will definitely try to keep the pace going. They're called messengers. One of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used in the hunting business. This saw, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transforms into a long cleaver that makes use of centrifugal force. The saw, with its set of bloodletting teeth, has become a symbol of the hunt, and only grows in effectiveness the more grotesquely transformed the beast. Retains the qualities of an axe, but offers a wider palette of attacks by transforming. Boasts a heavy blunt attack, leading to high rally potential. No matter their pasts, beasts are no more than beasts. Some choose this axe to play the part of executioner. Sufficiently deadly as a rigid-bladed cane, but also serves as a whip when its blade is split into many. Concealing the weapon inside the cane and flogging the beast with the whip is partly an act of ceremony, an attempt to demonstrate to oneself that the bloodlust of the hunt will never encroach upon the soul. Pistol made at the workshop for hunters stalking beasts. Hunter firearms are specially crafted to employ quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood, boosting damage against beasts. The pistol is a quicker draw than the blunderbuss, allowing for speedier responses to attacks. A blunderbuss created at the workshop for the hunter's line of work. Hunter firearms are specially crafted to employ quicksilver bullets fused with the wielder's own blood, boosting damage against beasts. The impact of this highly effective weapon counter beast swift movements, and its widespread is nigh on guaranteed to hit the mark. A notebook received from the messengers leave messages with these loyal servants to share them with hunters in other worlds. Messengers are inhabitants of the dream who revere the brave hunters, use them to send messages to other worlds. Leave notes with messengers, read the notes left to messengers in other worlds, and write notes to reach out to hunters across planes of existence. Explodes in raging flames when thrown against an object, one of the oldest hunter tools available in the workshop. Since the tragedy that struck Old Yarnum, fire has become a staple in beast hunts, and is thought to cleanse impurity. Certain types of beasts have an abnormal fear of flame. This isn't the same guy we saw at the Blood Administration office. He's not wearing a blindfold, and his hat is smaller.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gammon, friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it. This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog, should it please you. This was once a subtle.
To escape this dreadful hunter's dream, halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts, lest the night carry on forever. This bath appears linked to the nightmare, but there are no messengers. Trade in blood echoes with messengers to buy and sell items. Special blood used in ministration restores HP. Once a patient has had their blood administered, a unique but common treatment in Yarnum, successful infusions recall the first, and are all the more invigorating for it. No surprise that most Yarnumites are heavy users of blood. Special bullets used with hunter firearms. Ordinary bullets have no effect on beasts, and so quicksilver bullets, fused with the wielder's own blood, must be employed. The strength of quicksilver bullets depends greatly upon the wielder's blood tinge. Small pebbles found throughout Yarnum can be thrown at foes. Quite thrilling. Kinda looks like an eye. Yarnum Hunter Cap. Ludwig, the first hunter of the Healing Church, once recruited Yarnumites to serve as hunters. This hunter's attire was made for new recruits, and is excellent straightforward defense, but not nearly enough to allow an ordinary man to stand any real chance against the beasts. It's all the same. Whoa, what is it? It's pretty good defense. Alright, I think I'm ready. Awaken at a selected location in Yarnum.
On the hunt? Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door. I am Yosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do. Now, go. And good hunting.
Blood vial acquired from Yosefka's clinic. This refined blood, highly invigorating, restores a larger amount of HP. The product of a slow and careful refinement process, this rare blood vial appears to be a clinic original. I didn't expect this to go this bad. That's better. That's more of what I wanted. It was not the best I've done in a game. I don't know what hit me just then. guys usually drop items.
Oh, you must be a hunter. And not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good. Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood, or so they say. Yarnumites don't share much with outsiders. Normally they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance.
That's not good.
Away! Away!
I straight up said, that's not good. Beautiful. Come on, all I need to do is do it again. Not good, not good. That's ridiculous. Attack! Christ. I have 1 bullet and 3 blood vials. 6 blood vials. Thank you, sir. And he wasn't even guarding anything. There was no point coming here. Honestly, part of me doesn't even know why I still go back there every time to kill that guy. I gain nothing. In fact, I mostly only lose stuff.
You that outsider? Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you.
Trot along, will ya?
He says as he continues to cry.
Lads, you'll come on. You'd open the door and night at home. Away with you. Now.
Everyone, you're so mean to me. So rude, man. Just coming up from behind me, not even like giving me a chance to react. How rude. Like, that's base rudeness. A solid shard that forms in cold blood. After death, the substance in the blood hardens, and that which does not crystallize is called a bloodstone. At the workshop, these bloodstones are embedded in weapons to fortify them. I would appreciate some blood vials. Away! Away! So rude! You're just gonna spam your push attack. And you guys aren't even gonna come over here. Come on! Pay attention to me. Go over here. This is not the nice, quiet vacation I wanted. In fact, this is actually quite intense. And I would prefer for an enemy to drop one blood vial. Please. One. That's all I ask. You drop mad blood vials when I'm not recording, but the moment I record, you're going to make it as difficult as possible for me to play. Droplet of blood, cold blood containing blood echoes. Used to gain blood echoes. Hunters sustained by the dream gain strength from blood echoes. They imbibe the blood with thoughts of reverence, indeed gratitude, for their victims. Dear God, drop one. You drop mad blood vials when I don't want them, and then you drop nothing when I'm recording. Thank you.
Well, that's outside on a night of the hunt. Oh, you poor thing.
Quite rude. If there were an option to break down doors and kill people behind those doors, I would do that to you. Shining coins? Give me blood vials. You always give me blood vials. And now you give me shining coins whenever I'm in a playthrough. Fine, fine. You know what? More lore. More stuff to read. Various coins that are particularly luminous. There are very few uses for spare change during the hunt, but these will serve as guides through the darkness. Or one could save them until morning, if it ever comes. A common torch formed by wrapping a pine resin drenched cloth around the end of a long stick. Hunters choose torches not only because the hunt leads them to the darkest nooks, but also because certain creatures they encounter are possessed of a deathly fear of flame. Now these birds, I know for a fact, they don't drop blood vials. But they got some nice items. Oil urn. When this urn hits its mark, the target is drenched in oil and made extremely flammable. Fire is commonplace on the hunt, and oil urns accentuate its effect. Sometimes, when hunters burn beasts, they appear intoxicated by the euphoria of purification. Can you guys stop laughing? It's not funny. I just want blood vials. Hey, is that blood vials? Is that blood vials or is it bloodstone shard? It's neither. It's called blood dew. How rude. Did you see how rude that guy was? At least they were kind enough to run at me one at a time. Victory achieved. Life is good now. Life actually couldn't be better. Bloodstone shard. 11, boys. We're doing pretty good. 10 pebbles. Thank Jesus. More bloodstone shards. More bloodstone shards. Okay, these enemies drop mad blood vials, so I'm just gonna top off my health. Because these are pretty scary. Heck yeah. See that? That's the smell of beauty. Blood vial? More like stud vial, am I right? Because I'm freaking awesome. I'm never saying that again. I am never saying stud vial again. Come on over here. I don't want you to fall off the edge. Heck yeah! Cool kids drop blood vials when they die. You heard it here, kids. If you die, make sure like to drop a few like syringes of blood on the ground. Your killer will appreciate it. Unless they're not a hunter, in which case they'll probably freak out. Well, thanks for all my health back. Throwing knife. Throwing knife with a finely serrated blade, one of the old hunter Henrik's favorite weapons. Does not cause a great deal of damage to beasts, but with deft use can distract attackers and keep them at bay. No one ever uses throwing knives. And if they do, they're probably either really smart and know what they're doing, or really dumb and think, ah yes, this will do damage. Don't fall off the edge. No! It's the last thing I wanted. Alright. One of the standard articles of hunter attire fashioned at the workshop. Actually, I'm going to read it through this. One of the standard articles of hunter attire fashioned at the workshop. A fine piece of hunter attire that provides stable defense to anyone facing Yarnum's beastly threat. Recognizable by its withered feathers, this cap is fashioned after one of the old hunters. Accompanied with the short cape to wipe away blood. A fine piece of hunter attire that provides stable defense to anyone facing Yarnum's beastly threat. Allows one to stalk beasts unannounced, but cover of night. And it's the same as the hat. We got some better armor. And there's some, probably saw there's an item up there. I have to drop down and get it. Thick cold blood. A thick droplet of cold blood containing blood echoes. Used to gain a larger amount of blood echoes. A strong will produces thick blood. Doubtless, the product of Doubtless, the product of obsession, a potent source of human strength. Forgive my little episode there. So, some of you might be wondering, why did you care about him falling off? Isn't that good for you? He's an enemy. Well, he didn't necessarily fall to his death. He fell to a later area, which I'm going to. Which means I'll have to deal with him there, and there are a lot of enemies there. So I'll no doubt have pressure put on me whenever I go there. Enough about that, though. So nice to be able to run through this area without being attacked. Oh, there's an item here, I forgot. Yes! Alright, boys, watch this. Shortcut. Dude, I smacked him to the side. Yo. Dogs, man. They're the same. Yo, shut up, stupid dog. We're not going to talk to her just yet. Mainly because talking to her right now is pointless.
Hunter, are you? And an outsider? What a mess you've been caught up in. And tonight of all nights. Here, to welcome the new hunter. Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left. They're all flesh-hungry beasts now. Still lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts. No matter. Without fear in our hearts, a little different from the beasts themselves. What are you still doing here? Enough trembling in your boots. A hunter must hunt.
Dangling upside down rune etched in the mind of a hunter. The image upon this parchment allows one to envision the rune with clarity. Allows the hunter to awaken again without losing blood echoes, a trick that seems nearly too good to be true. Which means it probably is. Hey! He usually drops like a blood vial, but I'm happy with that. Whoa, what did he said something. I couldn't tell. I'll watch that over again. Hello there. Nice. That's really lucky, actually. Alright. I went ahead and killed them so that way this area would be easier. Now, without further ado, just drop down to these areas. I'm gonna have to go through this area a few times over because both sides have an item because of the bodies I cut down. Like for example, this item wouldn't be here if I hadn't cut down those bodies. Bloodstone Shard X2. I have 8. That's enough for +2. It's actually very good, by the way. There's nothing down here, so I'm just gonna go back up. No, where's the item with this side? Here it is. There's my health back. Probably noticed, for people who don't play Bloodborne, this is specifically for people that don't play it. Whenever I take damage, you'll see that a part of my health bar is highlighted. And if I can do enough damage, like if I do damage while that bar is highlighted, I can regain lost health. Of course, there are some limitations to this, and it doesn't last forever, but it gives you a chance to get your health back. It's pretty cool. Anyways, we got a new weapon. One of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used by those who dedicate themselves to the hunt. This saw, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transforms into a medium-range spear. And this last paragraph is the same as the saw cleaver. Alright. I'm not getting that item, it's just a pebble. Yeah, these pigeons only drop pebbles, so... Oiler, and that's it over here. Which means I've dropped down to this side, not that one. Because that's just the pigeon. Actually, I wonder. Oh, come on. Nah, not happening. Too optimistic. Anyway, here he is. Goodbye. Bloodstone Shard. I didn't know these guys actually dropped Bolt Hunter's marks. Pretty He froed up. Don't throw up on me. It's so disrespectful. Come on, pigeons. Or guess not. There you are. Bloodstone shard. How many does that have? 11. If I get 5, I can upgrade my weapon to +3. Alright. This enemy sucks. I know. If you've seen other streamers play it, you know that you can just get behind it, backstab it, and just rip it apart. But not for me. This boss just destroyed. It's not even a boss. It's like a mini enemy, like a mini boss. This thing sucks. So I'm just gonna throw Molotovs at it. I win. I win. Thank you. Badge crafted long ago at the workshop attests to one's prowess as a hunter of beasts. The workshop is gone, and no group recognizes this meaningless badge except the messengers in the bath who understand its profundity. Certain things can only be entrusted with a hunter in possession of this badge, or so they believe. Thanks for the health back. Why did I do that? There's no point going here. Must be very careful. My bullet missed. Let it be known, I would have successfully parried if my shot actually landed. Nope. Come here. Thank you. Alright, that area's a boss, so I'm not going there yet. It's shortcut time. Thank you for the blood vial. He flew back. He said, "Goodbye. I'm going to another realm." This area.
Please, God, help me. I must live.
This stench smells like you, stranger.
This stench smells like you, stranger.
This is the damn girl. We're finished.
No. Come back, stranger. We have to go. Please, God, help me. I must live.
This curse. This is a damn curse.
This curse. This is a damn curse.
We'll know.
You have one last thing to do, and then we'll kill the first boss. Well, the first technical boss. You can skip it if you wanted, but I'm not going to. Free blood echoes, you see. It dropped antidote, never mind. Small medicinal tablets that counteract poison. Used to treat ashen blood, the baffling sickness that ravaged old Yarnum long ago. These tablets only provide short-term relief. The ashen blood ailment eventually triggered the spread of the beastly scourge. So ashen blood is how it really began, I guess. That's what I think. So anyways, we didn't go up this ladder. There's quite some stuff to see in this area. See, that's what they usually drop, pebbles. Madman's knowledge. Oh, I actually picked this up earlier. I'm sorry, I forgot to read this. Skull of a madman, touched by the wisdom of the great ones. Used to gain insight. Making contact with eldritch wisdom is a blessing, for even if it drives one mad, It allows one to serve a grander purpose for posterity. Got it. Some people just are so rude, you know? I help them, and they're like, oh my god, you did this. You caused all this failure. Now, excuse me while I go to Walmart and and not wear a mask.
Are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter? I'm just really look for my mum. Jeanette came back from the hunt, and she went to find him, but now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared. Really? Oh, thank you. My mum was a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box. It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs, and when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum says silly coming off without it. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, and if you find her, give her this music box. Please, I know you can do it.
A small music box received from a young Yarnum girl plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old messages. Two names can be made out, however faintly. Viola and Gascoigne. Thought that was an item. Nope, I'm just going insane. You know, I have a lot of bold hunter marks. I'm just going to use one of those. We have all the items we need. We have a whopping 13,000 blood echoes. And Gehrman is gone. Nice. Now, I'm not quitting the game, really. I used insight, and I'm saving and quitting so something can happen. For those who played Bloodborne, you know what's going to happen. For those who don't, you're about to find out. I basically used Insight because Insight is a separate meter that is not affected upon death. And it affects how the game plays out. Different things happen based on how much insight you have. Music changes. Things are different. Whole new areas open. I don't actually think that last one is correct. Whole new areas, I think, should say change. Things change in those areas. Insight is a big part to play in Bloodborne. But anyways, if I use Insight, save and quit, and rejoin my game, the stall is awake now, and something else is here too. Consume Insight and ring the beckoning bell to enlist the cooperation of hunters from other worlds. Silencing blank ends such forms of cooperation. Great Old Bell, discovered in the underground labyrinth. Its ring resonates across worlds, and the first hunter used it as a special signal to call hunters from other worlds to cross the gap and cooperate. A human must use insight to ring this uncanny bell, but the benefits of cross-world cooperation are many. Hunters are linked by the resonance of bells with special encoded timbres. This inaudible burst disrupts such resonance. Fire to end cooperation and prevent further cooperation. Firing this does not disrupt the resonance of a sinister bell.
Hello, good hunter. I am a doll, here in this dream to look after you. Honorable hunter, pursue the echoes of blood, and I will channel them into your strength. You will hunt beasts, and I will be here for you, to embolden your sickly spirit. Did you speak with Gehrman? He was a hunter long, long ago, but now serves only to advise them. He is obscure, unseen in the dreaming world. Still, he stays here, in this dream. Such is his purpose. Ah, the little ones, inhabitants of the dream. They find hunters like yourself, worship and serve them. Speak words they do not, but still, aren't they sweet? Ah. Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
We're just gonna put everything into vitality right now. For now, because we start out with low health in the game. Nice.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Mature blood cocktail that releases a pungent odor when thrown that attracts bloodthirsty beasts. A precious tool in sadly short supply. In Yharnam, they produce more blood than alcohol, as the former is the more intoxicating. Small resonant bell. Small bell discovered in the old underground labyrinth. Its ring resonates across worlds, and the first hunter used it as a special signal to call hunters from other worlds to cross the gap and cooperate. This bell resonates with its counterpart, the beckoning bell. Ring to help hunters in other worlds. look at that damage. Big improvement. I was very lucky to get all those upgrade materials so early in the game. Oh. I accidentally forgot to show you this guy, sorry. When the hunt began, the healing church left us, blocking the great bridge to the cathedral ward, as old Yarnum burned to the ground that moonlit night. I'm glad I turned around. Here we go. Crank it up. Sorry about that. I really like the music for that fight. So I thought I'd be a little over dramatic whenever I almost ended that fight. Sword Hunter Badge. One of the badges crafted by the Healing Church, the silver sword is a symbol of a church hunter. Ludwig was the first of many Healing Church hunters to come, many of whom were clerics. As it was, clerics transformed into the most hideous beasts. Oh, not yet. A trick weapon typically used by healing church hunters. On the one side, an easily handled silver sword. On the other, a giant obtuse stone weapon characterized by a blunt strike and extreme force of impact. The church takes a heavy-handed, merciless stance toward the plague of beasts, an irony not lost upon the wielders of this most symbolic weapon. Repeating pistol typically used by healing church hunters. Crafted with mostly metal parts and exhibiting a complex design, this repeating pistol fires 2 shots at once, making it a ravenous consumer of quicksilver bullets. Should be used sparingly compared to its workshop counterpart, as the trump card in one's arsenal.
Well, what? Very. Farewell.
One of the old, resonating bells that cross the gaps of worlds. This bell is cracked and stained with the blood of beasts. A human must expend insight to ring this uncanny bell. The old hunters, who have long passed from the dream but cannot forget the feeling of the hunt, rely upon messengers to relay their thoughts. Ring the bell at their side and they are certain to give a listen, for the night of the hunt is long and unchanging.
See, but the Great Bridge is the only way to the Cathedral Ward, and during the hunt the bridge is closed. You could try the aqueduct. There's a rather, how shall I put it, colourful area south of the Great Bridge. From there an aqueduct leads to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally want to visit, but I don't imagine you have much of a choice, do you? Nah, not a place you want to.
Giving me way more trouble than he should be. That was terrible. Someone send the boulder. Well, I still did most of the dirty work anyways. Come on. Away from your little buddy over there. I don't like that. Thank you. Ouch. I'm not going to disturb these totally peaceful creatures. Alright, boss time.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them sooner or later. What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
Sorry, this soundtrack is really good. Udin Tomb Key. Key to the gate that blocks the Tomb of Udin. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. I'll find out. Beyond the tomb, Udin Chapel can be found in the center of the cathedral ward. Only today the church is abandoned, and some say that the residents of Udin have all gone mad. Well. Also, you probably didn't notice there was this huge battle going on, but I used the music box and he staggered for quite a while. I didn't take advantage of it though, because I was too far away. Anyways. A woman's bright red brooch, engraved with the name Viola. Perhaps the jewel is a gift from a hunter, used to change into a drop of blood gem that fortifies any weapon. With a proper workshop tool, various weapons can be fortified. I'm gonna be completely honest. Nothing good comes from giving the kid the brooch. So I'm gonna use this so I can get the gem. Nothing good comes from it. We're gonna do one last thing, and then we're gonna end this stream today. What I'm doing right now is not that, by the way. Hunter attire worn by Father Gascoigne. Similar to hunter garb created at the workshop, only these are tainted by a pungent beastly stench that eats away at Gascoigne. Father is a title used for clerics in a foreign land, and there is no such rank in the Healing Church. The dinky scarf is a holy shawl and symbol of the Healing Church, from which Gascoigne would eventually part ways. Now I'm gonna buy these, not for the armor, but for resell over here. They're worth quite some coin if you sell them.
Well, very well.
Alright. I have 1000 HP. We're pretty good right now. Alright. Now we are going to, what was I gonna do? I'm thinking, sorry. Yes, here. There's one last thing we must grab before we continue on. Bergenworth spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps her lost master from us. A terrible shame. It makes my head shudder uncontrollably. A misplaced workshop tool from the hunter's dream. The hunter who retrieves this can fortify weapons by kneading blood gems into them. Blood gems add properties to weapons when used to fortify them, as blood defines an organism.
You must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does, always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely, not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. Screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts. None of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about 'em, tell them about this here Odin chapel.
Odin.
They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell them to come on over. If you wouldn't mind. I know I shouldn't be asking you, but if you happen upon someone while hunting, if they seem well, and I do sincerely hope they are.
Odin Chapel.
You needn't concern yourself with me. I'm afraid I'm of little help now. But before I take this, I make no use of it, but perhaps you. What afflicted me was incurable, but this time gave me hope. Their strange blood bought me time. I was most fortunate, unharmed by the plague of beasts. I can even die human.
A special weapon used by certain members of the Healing Church. Spits searing flames by using blood-imbued quicksilver bullets as a special medium. Not the most efficient weapon by any stretch, but sometimes a sea of flame is just what the doctor ordered. Besides, the beasts of Yarnum can always use a good cleansing. Sky is red now.
and Dad is stuck out there, waiting for me to come and find them. What do you think, Miss Hunter? Yes, okay. Don't you, Miss Hunter? I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad. And Granddad.
That's the best ending right there. Not the best ending. That doesn't affect the ending. That's a stretch. But, if you really want what's best for that girl, you do that. Ignorance is bliss. You dare. Thank you. Alright, now where was I? Oh yes, oh yes, yes. This man came out of nowhere. How rude.
But if you hadn't got off your arse, you wouldn't be in this mess. You're obligated to help me, you hear? So what is it? Are you going to tell me or not? Well, what do you know? An outsider worth a little salt. Well, don't just stand there. Don't you have work to do? Go slit some throats. Get this mess done with.
It's all coming together. Baba Booey.
Be a long hunt tonight. If the beasts loom large and threaten to crush your spirits, seek a holy chalice, as every hunter before you has. A holy chalice will reveal the tomb of the gods, where hunters partake in communion. Most of the holy chalices lie deep within the tomb of the gods, and the few that found their way to the surface were lost again in the hands of men. But if the old hunter tales remain true, one of the holy chalices is worshipped in the valley hamlet. Yet the town is in disarray. It was burned and abandoned for fear of the scourge. Home now only for beasts. The perfect place for a hunter, wouldn't you say? One of the
I apologize for being so quiet. It's just there's so much story stuff going on. There's no point in me talking. I'm almost done with this part anyways.
I haven't forgotten. Do you think I owe you something?
Well, that's a fine lark, I'd say. This whole mess that Yarnum's in, it's all your fault. You put it to the outsiders.
Blood's ruined. Tainted by your ilk.
Don't you come near me.
Oh, no, I'd say.
Ah, the hunter. Thank you. So that old girl, you told her about this place, right? Well, she don't offer me much in the way of conversation, but still, I'd rather see her alive anyhow. If you find any saint survivors, well, send them along to Erdon Chapel, will ya?
Hold on. There's one person missing. Like, no joke, I'm actually kind of confused. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I never actually knew you could tell the girl of Odin Chapel. So I'm gonna go see if she's fine. Or maybe it just takes time. Thank God they don't care. That was literally the entire town. No response. Alright. Then just for good measure, I'm gonna make sure all is well. You know what? You do your thing. I'm gonna leave you alone. That was way too close. Whoa, wait a minute. That was the last thing I was expecting. Red ribbon that messengers are oddly fond of. The thick, pungent red was drawn from the organs of some unfortunate victim. A strange choice indeed, but perhaps for the messengers wearing this accessory constitutes a form of mourning. Well, don't know what that's about, but eh. I'm gonna end it here. I've done a lot, actually. I made it to the Cathedral Ward. I got the girl to leave. I got the old lady to leave. I'm not too thrilled about that, but who cares? I killed Father Gascoigne. I killed Cleric Beast, and I made considerable progress, and I haven't died yet, which is surprising. I really expected to be dead at least once by now. What? I'd say sometime next week or sometime late this week, I'm going to do the next stream of this. Like I said, as you can probably tell by the intrusive overlays on screen for you YouTube viewers, this was streamed on Twitch first and foremost. So I did not record this for YouTube. I mean, I'm posting it to YouTube, but this was initially a Twitch stream. So if you watch this and just so happen to want to watch the next one live, you can do that by clicking on the twitch.tv link in the description, which takes you to my channel. So I think that's about it. Obviously no viewers tuned in. I don't really do this for that. I just think it's a fun thing to do to pass the time. Plus, it's also cool to see how long I play a game because of the timer on the top left. Anyways, I think that's enough for today. I will see you all probably either late this week or next week.